Handsome MGTOW here. This video is go going to be titled "The Ultimate Truth." The ultimate truth is that um like okay, there was this situation, and um basically I just learned that well a lot of women play with they play with your emotions, they play mind games, they use psychological warfare to try to wear you down and make you feel like crap. And then once you're down, they kick you while you're down. When you up, they don't want to kick you, but when they weaken you, especially if you're already in a weakened state and they weaken you further, they kick you while you're down. You fall down, they kick you further down. And they hurt you well in a metaphorical way. They make you feel like crap. They play all these mind games. It doesn't matter. Like the vast majority of them are like that. They younger, older women. They like play mind games, and they like the power rush. That's they want to do evil and get away with it. And when they see you, they're not seeing a human being. They're seeing a human doing. They just see a robot that can perform a bunch of utility functions to fuel their endless hedonism. And feminism has fueled that further. And modern society has amplified their hypergamy to enormous levels. They have huge egos. They want to make you feel dumb, stupid, ugly, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way." Condescendingly, they say that to you, and then they act like nothing wrong. They act like they never did anything wrong. They just want you to be subservient to the vagina thing, and they're like, they just they factor in looks, they factor in if you're fit, they factor in the economics, how much you're earning, status, money. They're factoring um, if you got the right haircut. If you got the right haircut, you look cool. If you got the wrong haircut, you look like a dweeb. And if you look like a dweeb, they're gonna treat you like crap. But basically they don't care. Like 99.9% of them do not care. They just want to use you as like a shovel, as a tool to fuel their endless hedonism. Like it's like a pork rolling in its own mud and wants to drag you down with it. Doesn't matter if you go stoop down to their level. They like rolling in the mud, so they like it when you're in the mud with them. That's why they want us all to be subservient. What do they bring to the table? Hmm? Pretty much nothing other than they don't even bring emotional support anymore. All they bring is vagina. What do they bring besides vagina? I don't know. And it sucks. It's horrible. It's and well, it's monk mode or bust. Even if they're throwing themselves at you, remain monk mode. Because um they wanna get you hooked, and once you're hooked, you're gonna be doomed. you're gonna be like a poon and love addict, and then you're gonna be like scrabbling around on the floor, pointing for the last crumb, any crumbs at all. You're gonna be left like at first you're gonna be like, oh, everything's cool, but then you're gonna and be ended up in a dry wasteland where even a drop that they provide is somehow magical, and it doesn't matter. Friendships matter, not relationships and societal things, and fulfilling your primitive Darwinian destiny. Screw that. You don't fulfill your primitive Darwinian destiny. Defy the evil genetics. Mother Nature is a bitch. Biatch. So you must do the best that you can to, to run away from this. And they're like, oh, you're running away, you're walking away. Well, it's the good decision. If it wasn't a good decision, then they wouldn't be complaining about it. It's the decision that works, walking away from it all, from the control system, from the control system built by both society and genetics of evil primitive Darwinian evolution. Evolution, you got the guy, he's like the fix it guy. He wants to fix it. But sadly, most 99.99% of the women are they're breakers. They break things. They break your soul. They break your spirit. And these days, they don't even provide emotional support anymore. They provide virtually nothing but vagina, and then they use that against you. They, if they provide love, is and many of them it's the illusion, and then they use it against you. And some of them act like a covert narcissist, and then you get ruined. Before making any major decisions, just like involving relationships and involving women, masturbate, and then you can make a decision more clearly. And then you're like, holy crap! So I almost fell into a trap, but now I can see clearly now. It's love and sex are drugs, like heroin and meth and weed and crack, but a million times worse, a million times more addictive. Refrain from it altogether. Don't even bargain. If you can go monk mode, go monk mode. It's fine if you're like tumbling around in the purple pill zone, I guess. But inform yourself as much as possible. The more you get disconnected from these systems of control, the better. Chase hobbies, goals, and dreams, not happily ever after. Romance is a control mechanism. It these days and will kill you. Sex, control mechanism, all of it, control mechanism. And well, what can you do? Um, if you can, get a love doll. Um, if you can't, then I don't know. But you gotta be very, very cautious with like women these days. Like pretty much all of them are informed of the latest waves of feminism, the latest waves of how to destroy you faster. And they're like, oh, I want to be modern. They're modernizing their way to your death.